This podcast is sponsored by sciencebased.learning.com. Discover a passion-driven language learning system that combines ebooks, audiobooks, and videos with the science of spaced repetition. Maximize your learning and retention today at sciencebased.learning.com.
Mastering the Spanish relative adjective, cuyo. Usage, agreement, and exceptions. Learn how to use the Spanish relative adjective, cuyo, correctly, including gender and number agreement, examples, and common exceptions. Understanding the Spanish relative adjective, cuyo. For English speakers learning Spanish, mastering relative pronouns and adjectives is essential for expressing possession and relationships between nouns clearly and accurately. One such important but sometimes challenging word is cuyo, which translates to whose in English. Unlike English, where whose is used simply as a relative pronoun to indicate possession regardless of the noun's gender or number, cuyo in Spanish functions as a relative adjective and must agree in gender and number with the noun it modifies. This means cuyo changes form depending on the gender, masculine or feminine, and number, singular or plural, of the noun it refers to, not the possessor. The forms of cuyo. Masculin singular, cuyo. Feminin singular, cuya. Masculine plural, cuyos. Feminin plural, cuyas. To break this down, the word that follows cuyo determines its form. For example, if you are referring to a masculine singular noun like libro, book, you use cuyo. If it is a feminine plural noun like casas, houses, you use cuyas. Examples. El hombre cuyo perro ladra es mi vecino. The man whose dog barks is my neighbor. Here, perro is masculine singular, so cuyo is masculine singular. La mujer cuya casa está en la colina es arquitecta. The woman whose house is on the hill is an architect. Casa is feminine singular. Therefore, cuya matches this gender and number. Los estudiantes cuyos libros están perdidos deben buscarlos. The students whose books are lost must look for them. Libros is masculine plural, so cuyos is used. Las familias cuyas casas fueron dañadas necesitan ayuda. The families whose houses were damaged need help. Casas is feminine plural, so cuyas is required. How cuyo differs from English whose. In English, whose can refer to both people and things. In Spanish, cuyo is the only relative word used for whose, but it always appears before the noun it modifies instead of after, which is a key structural difference. English, the author whose book I read is famous. Spanish, el autor cuyo libro leí es famoso. Notice that cuyo must directly correspond to the noun libro, book, and the possessive relationship is embedded in the adjective. Common exceptions and notes. Cuyo is never used to refer to the subject's possession if it is a person or animal, identified by a name or title. Instead, Spanish speakers often prefer other constructions like de quién or del cual. Cuyo generally does not appear in questions or exclamations. For that, the pronoun de quién is preferred, meaning of whom. When unsure, cuyo is more formal and literary. In spoken Spanish, especially in Latin America, people commonly use alternative phrases to avoid confusion or sounds that may feel awkward. Remember that cuyo can refer to both people and things, but it only agrees with the noun possessed, not the possessor. Practice tips. When practicing the use of cuyo, always identify the noun after the relative adjective. Determine its gender and number, then select the corresponding form of cuyo. For example, ask yourself, am I referring to a singular feminine noun? Then I need cuya. Try to create your own sentences describing relationships between two nouns. For instance, start with a sentence like, La profesora, whose, los estudiantes son inteligentes. Think about the noun after whose, estudiantes, students, is masculine plural, so use cuyos. La profesora cuyos estudiantes son inteligentes. With time and practice, using Cuyo will become a natural part of expressing possession elegantly and accurately in Spanish. To expand your Spanish grammar skills and explore more lessons like this, learn more at sciencebasedlearning.com. Don't miss out on helpful tools and resources tailored to help you achieve fluency. Get your copy of advanced grammar guides and practice exercises today.